You're listening to the Launchcast, your favorite podcast on the planet, brought to you by Launchpad 516 Studios with me, your host, George Andriopoulos. We're talking leadership, business, life, and growth right now as the countdown starts.
It's like food for your ears.
At this time, I'm going to ask that you fasten your seatbelts.
Launch sequence.
Launch sequence activated.
Launch sequence activated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Launchcast. Episode 311, Giving Tuesday Explained. It is Giving Tuesday right now. This is a special day. We're going to chat it up in this tiny Soapbox episode. I got goosebumps. They're under my sweater because I'm a little chilly, so you can't see them. But first, it's the Launch Dad himself bringing you your favorite podcast on the planet. Leadership, business, life, growth, giving, as the beat drops.
Into the black hole.
What is happening, everybody? George Andriopoulos back with another episode of the Launchcast. It's a tiny Soapbox show, so if you're on video, you know what that means. The countdown is on, 20 minutes or less, but I promise you this is going to be even shorter than that. Today is Giving Tuesday. We are prepping for our special holiday shows, not only on the Launchcast, but on the Over My Dad podcast, my other show with Dave Thompson. And it's going to be a busy month. We got some cool podcast stuff coming up. We're going to talk about all of that next week as we have another guest on the Launchcast and get back to our regular shows. But we had a bonus episode last week. We had our tiny Thanksgiving Soapbox show where we talked about being thankful. We talked about some really cool stuff, and we had my kids on there as special guests, which was such a blast. We were talking about that this weekend. And so I wanted to throw in another, this isn't a bonus episode because this is our regular weekly episode, but we figured 2 mini bonus episodes makes a full episode, right? So right now we're talking about Giving Tuesday. Today is Giving Tuesday. What is that? For those of you that are not out there on the interwebs, interacting on social with some nonprofits out there, or don't have charity or nonprofit within your purview in your world, Giving Tuesday is a day around the holiday season that is dedicated to donating to your favorite charities, your favorite nonprofits, your favorite causes, right? I think a lot of this came about because as Black Friday became a thing for shopping, and then Cyber Monday became a thing, some of the geniuses in the marketing world within the nonprofit world came up with this Giving Tuesday concept as another way for people to be able to give during the holiday season, which is the best time to give. It's when that giving spirit comes about. We're thankful. We're more aware of those that are in need. And why is this part of this show is because that's leadership right there, right? Being self-aware, understanding that when you have, other people have not, other people do not have, and that you have to be aware of that, and that you have to, if you are a person of means, it's almost your duty, your responsibility to kind of get out there and help to give to others in whatever way you can. That's not always money, guys. It's not always money. There are so many things out there that you can do. But the simplest way, we're going to start with the simplest way, that is monetary donations. So many ways to do that, right? Get out there, find your favorite charity, your church, your local church, whatever. Find your favorite charity, find out what ways they're accepting donations, be it monetarily, be it donations for toys, food, gifts, anything. I was involved in something last week with donating to help put turkeys on the tables of families that could not afford for Thanksgiving. There are so many ways out there to just get out there and help on Giving Tuesday. So find your favorite charity, go online, go to their website, donate, right? Another way you could do it, Smile, Amazon Smile. Most charities are linked up with Amazon Smile. What does that mean? You go to smile.amazon.com instead of just amazon.com. You pick your favorite charity that are probably listed on the list of charities from Amazon Smile. And what happens is a portion, I believe it's a 0.5% of all of the items that you buy, as long as you visit smile.amazon.com, and I believe it automatically works with the app now, which is awesome. A 0.5% of the total sale gets donated to that charity. I know this because we have Shannon's Fight hooked up to this. My favorite charities, Ronald McDonald House, Long Island Coalition Against Bullying, all my favorite charities are hooked up to this thing. Federation of Organizations, all of them. So get on there. It's another way that you can donate. If you don't have the money or the bandwidth to donate money or things or gifts or whatever, get out there and be of service. Giving Tuesday is not just about only monetary donations. It's about the sort of self-awareness that it takes to get out there and be part of something bigger than you, be part of some of these nonprofits that are out there doing amazing things. I have a new client that we were at yesterday. I don't want to say the name right now, but man, rocked my world. It's a huge nonprofit here in the Long Island area. I visited multiple locations, multiple sites of this nonprofit, saw people of differing abilities on every level, people thriving, people working, and then people in a residential setting that aren't as high functioning as the folks who were off working and thriving at the first site that I was at. And man, it just makes you really think, like, what can you do to help out people in need during this holiday season? Yeah, so a million ways to do this. The last thing I'm going to say real quick is, we don't all consider charity in our lives. We don't all consider donating to our favorite charities, donating to our church, donating to whatever as part of our day-to-day routine. But I promise you that if you sort of include that in your routine, if you include that in your daily function and make that part of your plan, whether it's your savings plan, your spending plan, you could really make a huge difference in people's lives. Huge, I am telling you. I have a ton of nonprofit clients. I have a ton of nonprofits that I work with on a service basis as a volunteer, and there's no feeling like helping out a charity, especially during this time of year. When I was younger, I wasn't really sort of aware of this. Yeah, I helped out at toy drives for Ronald McDonald House, which was fun. Small things like that, but I never really helped on a big basis until I was like well into my 30s. And I got to tell you, it was such a different vibe that I got, such a different level of satisfaction. And, to a degree where it's kind of selfish too, right? Like, it's okay to be selfish if you're doing it for the right reasons. Being selfish to say, like, hey, I'm selfish and I'm feeling good because I'm helping people. Yeah, hell yeah, do it. That's a good kind of selfish, right? So, just a reminder, you can really make such a huge difference in the world by taking a day like today and taking advantage of it and deciding to be part of the solution. I met people in my 30s that it was crazy because people and families whose routines were built around this, right? Holiday donations in a big way, school donations, that were part of their regular spending habits. And in the beginning, I was kind of like, wow, that's kind of crazy that you're dedicating, that type of effort to giving to other people. And then when I kind of saw for myself after a few years, like, wow, that's just a really enlightened way of thinking. It's kind of like making it a priority, making it part of your daily mission to help. I was hooked at that point. And I'm telling you, if you kind of look at life that way, you look at the service side of you that way, you can really create huge change in not only other people's lives, but your life. I'm telling you, it feels good to do this. So I'm going to get off my soapbox real quick. It's only been like 9 minutes or so. We're going to make this a tiny little short episode. Just a reminder, get out there Giving Tuesday, help, donate. Go out there, volunteer, whatever it is that you do. We're going to be back next week with another brand new interview. It's going to be fun, and we're going to have announcements on when our holiday episodes are coming. We'll see you next time, guys.
Launch sequence terminated.
into the black hole.
Fabrizio, our mailbag has been blowing up lately with questions about the Launchcast and our beautiful studios here and how we produce this whole thing. What do you think? You think it's time that we give them the secret? Yeah, I think so. Hit me with some dreamy stuff. Good. Guys, it's time to tell you that the Launchcast, your favorite podcast on the planet, is now produced by Launchpad 516 Studios. What is Launchpad 516 Studios, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. It is our brand new podcast production company operating right here at Launchpad 516. Who am I talking to right now? I am talking to people with an existing podcast. I am talking to people with an idea for a podcast. I am talking to anybody that has an important message to get out there, and they want to do it on the biggest platform on the planet, podcasting. Guys, hit me up with all of your questions. I'm going to fill you in a little bit right now on how we do this. So, podcast production from us means we are doing everything from the admin side of producing your show to filming, recording, and editing to post-production to monetization of your show. Fabrizio, they like that. Monetization. That means you get to make money on your hobby and turn this into a potential career. We are bringing on a ton of shows under the Launchpad 516 Studios banner, and I am so excited to get this thing started. Contact me at Launchpad CEO on Instagram, Facebook, or hit us up on the email, media@launchpad516.com. You are not going to want to miss this opportunity, guys. This is going to be big.
Into the black hole.
The Launchcast is brought to you by Launchpad 516 Studios, produced by Fabrizio Fugazi and executive produced by George Andriopoulos. Marketing and PR by Media Convergence. Theme song by Tommy Lungberg. Music and sound effects are licensed through Epidemic Sound. The Launchcast is hosted with Podbean. Make sure to subscribe to this feed wherever podcasts are available and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts while you're at it, guys. You can find the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Pandora, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Podbean, and everywhere else that podcasts are available. Follow me, George Andriopoulos, the host, at Launchpad CEO on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or follow the show at The Launchcast Show on Facebook and Instagram, or at Launchcast Show on Twitter. Visit our website, thelaunchcast.com, and make sure to follow all the great podcasts produced by Launchpad 516 Studios. We'll see you next time, guys.